Alright, first and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Yahweh, double unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that surely do well. Peace and blessings unto the came across the four corners of the earth, that pushing this word day in and day out in all sincerity and in all diligence and in all truth, This is Matana from Trinidad Campus, coming together through the Spirit and the power of the Lord. Once again, to do a video to bring edification to the saints, to the house of David, the elect men of the Most High. Hey, and for the other brethren and sisters that listen to us Great Millstone. But yeah, I wanna do a lesson entitled the convenient life. Because that is the poison that Esau pushes, convenience. How we can make things easier. By bringing technology into play, by bringing inventions, and some of these inventions leads to death, which that is how Esau is called death. Esau is called death. Everything that he creates, some form or the other, leads to death. And I'm gonna show you how he gonna use that card again, called the convenient life. The convenient card, and he gonna bring the microchip in the name of convenience. You understand? And it's going to lead to death, as all of his other inventions did. You understand? But first, I wanna, let me just get the term convenience. You understand? I search it up in the online etymology dictionary, and the term convenience means agreement, conformity, resemblance, similarity, also state or condition of being suitable, adaptation to existing conditions. So Esau would bring that RFID microchip as a source of relief, as a source of help, to be like an assistance in these existing conditions. For example, when there is a famine and they're trying to ration food, he would say we need to know who need food and who really don't need food, because on the RFID microchips, it would have your job title, where you work, how much you get paid, your existing medical conditions, how much people in your family. So he would use that as a way or means of bringing his microchip. You understand? He would use it in the terms, of it being helpful with your health, in case you faint and had to give you medication. That information will be stored on your microchip, on your digital ID, as you call it. The new way of the future. Even 2 days ago, I was playing Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, there's a man called I forget the name of the man, but what happened is that what he did, he created a nuclear war. I can't remember exactly what it is, but what happened is that they had the people in concentration camps, and they were saying, the woman was announcing, just like how they do it now, set up a press conference with the senators and the congressmen and the president. The woman was announcing that you won't be able to get food unless you have your digital ID, your digital tag. And for whosoever to believe, in the future, if I remember, I would go back to that mission and I would play it and videotape it and upload it to my channel. Understand? So that is the vibration that he pushes. Convenience. It says a meeting together, agreement, harmony. It says from convenir, which when they in Spanish I believe means to come. We know what con means, to be together. It says to come together, meet together, assemble, unite, join, combine, agree with, accord, be suitable or proper. It says from assimilated form of come, with, together, plus venir, which means to come. Understand? And the meaning is that which gives ease or comfort. That which gives ease or comfort. So like the phone, the radiation in the phone kills us, but guess what we're able to do is that we're able to do this video and upload it onto the internet, and possibly millions of people could view it. Our next thing is from the TV, the television. Something could happen in China right now, and I could see it live on the television. So what he did is that he get accustomed to the convenient living. He bring hot or cold. He bring the microwave. He bring instant mashed potato. All these things is things that give you ease or comfort. Why? Because it's a way to make things easier and to make things be done quicker. And that is what Esau do. He advanced in his technology. Instead of using horse and carriages, he built a car. Instead of using ships, he built planes that could make you reach from this side of the world to the next side of the world in less than a day. Whereas before, it would take months or possibly close to a year. I'm gonna just get back to the scripture real quick. I'm gonna just get the word conveniences, and now it says material appliances or arrangements conducive to personal comfort. You understand? It says material appliances or arrangements conducive to personal comfort. So this microchip gonna be something to personally comfort you. What I would tell you is that you can't lose money. Your money can't be stolen. Your cards can't be stolen, because all stored inside of a chip, which is implanted inside of your hand. You understand? Nobody could steal your identity. Nobody could thief from you. Nobody. You could have all. You could pay all your bills. You could pay all your loans. You could get paid right from that chip. You could make all payments. You could open your doors, your car door, your houses. You start your car just from that one chip. You understand? But let's bring this precept. This is 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We are not ignorant of his devices. We understand what this devil is trying to do. We understand what he been always trying to do and what he's trying to do now. How shall I say, if it were possible, they would deceive the elect. But it's not possible for them to deceive the elect. How the elect got the other mark, which is the wisdom, the understanding, and the knowledge of the Most High. Understand? Let's search up that term. Devices. Term devices. Let's now go back and make sure. It's Noema. As a quick word, it says a mental perception, thought, an evil purpose, that which thinks, the mind, thoughts or purposes, a mental perception or thoughts. It says an evil purpose. You hear? We Satan plan not to lay a stumbling block in front of the men of the Lord. Where is one of the greatest stumbling blocks? Where is the stumbling blocks that you wouldn't rise from? Hey, it's the RFID microchip. It's the RFID microchip. Understand? That is a device that you ain't gonna be able to, remove that sin that you carry pen from. When you hand over your whole soul, your whole life over to Satan, which is Esau. Understand? But the term convenience, when you go back on the online etymology, you would say to come together, to agree, to conform. You understand? Isaiah 28 verse 15. Isaiah 28 verse 14, it says, "Wherefore hear the word of Yahweh, ye scornful men that rule this people which is in Jerusalem, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, Silakia, and with hell are we at an agreement." You understand? So they make a league. They came together with Esau, to push his devices, to push his purpose, to push his system, to uphold that image of the beast, to push hypocrisy, lies, democracy, homosexuality, women's gender equality, women upliftment, all these things that Esau, purpose to push. Hey, the leaders of Israel help them push it. You understand? It says, when overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. So you say, hey, because we made a covenant with Esau, when he started to fuck this place up, guess what? We ain't gonna get touched. That is what you saying in your head. It says, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. Therefore thus say the Lord Yahweh, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. Judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet, and the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the water shall overflow the hiding place. And your covenant with death shall be disannulled, meaning it can be cancelled. It ain't gonna have no substance in that day, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. It says, when the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden down by it. So all you Jakes that made an agreement with Esau to help push his agendas, his chip, his technology, his science, his education, his homosexuality, his woman empowerment agendas, his agendas to wipe out Israelites. All of you that think that Esau would spare you, guess what? He not gonna spare you. He gonna come knocking on your door and say, hey, you was the one, if you know who help us now, you free. Hey, when he sending his troop ain't gonna ask any question. These troop only have respect for the elites, because the elites are paying them. You understand? The elites are the one that are exempted from that judgment. You understand? But you jigs that sell out, guess what? They were the most I say. Isaiah 14 and 14, 13 and 15. It says everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. So every one of you that join unto Esau, you're gonna fall by the sword. Either he gonna turn his back and kill you, turn his back on you and kill you, or when he falling, you're gonna fall with him. But that is the kind of man he is. He's a man. He's a man. Not, he will say peace, and when he really mean war, he would use flattery. He so would use flattery to kill you. Because where does flatter a person? Where does flatter? What do you mean of flattery? You're deceiving a person and giving them excessive praise, for them to do your purpose or for your own gain, with intentions that you progressing. You understand? Anyhow, but let's go back to Google. But let's show the microchip a bit. So the RFID chip is basically a tiny two-way radio, roughly the size of a grain of rice, capable of containing various types of information. It says advantages: the RFID chip can be a useful tool. Advantages, benefits, conveniences is the same thing, similar in meaning. It says the RFID chip can be a useful tool, especially when it comes to emergency situations where instant access to the right medical information can mean the difference between life and death. You see? And they wanna make it think that with this, it could be the difference between life and death. But guess what? How you were living before that? You were always living before that. It says here's some other advantages. It says you'll never ever again have to worry about losing your wallet. Here it says we use RFID chips for many of our daily activities. They are in the cards we use to pay for things at the store, take public transport, gain access to buildings, and borrow books from the library. The problem with these plastic cards is that we can lose them or they can get stolen. An implanted RFID chip is impossible to lose or steal. I'm going to just read through the titles of some of them. Even easy identification. Our passport, IDs, and driver license already contain microchips, and it would require minimal changes in infrastructures at train and bus stations and airports to transition from scanning passport to scanning arms. You will be identified without having to do anything except walk past a reader. You understand? To make things more easy or comfortable for personal use. Just club memberships and access control. Your medical history will always be easily accessible, keeping tabs on patients, children, and criminals. You'll be able to automatically control many of your devices. Nobody but you will be able to use your weapon. Yeah. And then they go into the disadvantages. What they would do is that they would make the advantages seem so good that people would actually disregard or bypass the disadvantages. You understand? But let's go into this scripture again for a minute. I'm gonna get on Revelation 13 verse 16. Revelation 13 verse 16, it says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So what the statement is saying is that he can call everyone, every single person, but he can't try to do it. He can't try to do it, but it have men that wouldn't do it. It have men that wouldn't take the RFID microchip. It says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So in other words, everything that you get, every service, every product that you have is through transaction. You buy it or you sell it. And if you can't buy or sell without the use of the RFID microchip, what you would actually be is like a outcast of society. You will be jobless, homeless, shelterless, without a house. You won't be able to pay for your bills. You won't be able to go to work because they're paying you through the chip, and you won't be able to buy anything. You won't be able to access, the things, the necessities of everyday life. Because why? You're not buying or you're not selling just because you do not have the RFID microchip. So he gonna make it dependent. He gonna make it so dependent that you have to get this thing in order to survive. Not in order to survive, but in order for you to access the things at this world, that you people just gonna and grab it up. That is why Yahushua say what? Yahushua say man shall not live by bread alone. If you studying your bread, if you studying that bread out there, that money, that food, house, cars, the things of this world, what you gonna do? You gonna sell your soul just to get it. And this is the ultimate test. This is the ultimate selling of your soul, where you're actually giving over your life to Esau. You have no control of your life. You have no privacy. You understand? This is actually handing over your life to the devil. And that is just about it. True you saying that you want things easier, you want things better. You understand? Gonna name this video the convenient life, because the convenience leads to death. You understand? Convenience ultimately leads to death. That is why the Most High do what? He try as gold is tried in the fire. He says, so as gold is tried in the furnace of fire, so acceptable man is what? Tried in the furnace of adversity. He makes nothing easy. He makes nothing easy and simple. He always testing it, he always proving it, he always cleaning it. But the most actually do is purifying it, detaching it from the things of this world. Because if we weren't detached from the things of this world, if we weren't given the truth, if we weren't given food convenient unto us, we would have, like the others, go ahead and take the chip. Yeah. It says Proverbs 30:5. It says, every word of the Most High is pure. He's a shield unto them that put their trust in him. So in that time, we're going to put our trust in the Most High to do what? Feed us, to protect us, not to give us raiment, shelter. And the Most High going to what? Provide. It says he's a shield unto them that put their trust in him. It says, add thou not unto his words, lest he prove thee, and thou be found a liar. Just two things have I required of thee: deny them not before me, deny them not before I die. Move far from me vanity and lies. So which are the things of this world. Things of this world are all vanity and lies, a deception. Because when I say this convenient life, it's not really convenient, because all roads of this life leads to what? One thing: death. All the philosophies, all the ways, all the systems in this world leads to death, except the truth. It says, remove far from me vanity and lies. We don't want vanity and lies. What the Most High to remove from us that. You know, it says, give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. And that is that. Live by the word. Live by the word. Through thy precepts I would get understanding. How shall a young man cleanse his way? Through these precepts. By the washing of the word. That is the food that convenient unto us. Convenient for us. It says, lest I be full and deny thee, and say, who is Yahweh? Or lest I be poor and steal and take thy name, the name of my power in vain. Understand? So we don't want to end up in that situation where we take the Lord's name in vain. And we don't want to end up in that situation where we're denying the Most High. We don't want to end up in that situation where we're taking the RFID microchip. Because, out of all the disadvantages, if you look on all the sides, all the disadvantages they would list, they would forget to put this on. This is supposed to be the main reason why you're not going to take that chip, not because you're losing privacy or it might be a risky help. This is the main reason why you should not want to take the RFID microchip. Revelation 14 verse 9, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. What do you mean by poured out without mixture? It's not being diluted. It's like you pour some juice and you mix it with water, or you mix it with, another flavor. You're not gonna get that original taste. You're not gonna get that original, flavor that you wanted, because why you diluted with another element. So the Lord's wrath gonna be poured out without mixture, meaning you're gonna get the full brunt of it. You're not gonna be spared. You're not gonna be eased, and it's not gonna be weakened a little bit. You're not gonna get any pity. It says, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Yeah. So this should be the main reason why you don't want to take the RFID microchip. But let's bring these last few precepts here. It's Proverbs 3 verse 5. It says, trust in Yahweh with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. Understand? Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Proverbs 40 verse 12. It says, there is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And that microchip, he's so common with, he gonna make it seem right unto who? Unto men. But the end gonna be death. The end of all Esau philosophies and doctrines are gonna be death. All his ways of life, all the madness that he pushes, all his agenda is gonna be death. You understand? I'd say if you receive his mark, the number of his name, or the image of it, or his image, you're gonna receive death. But let's bring this last precept and close off with that. It's Ecclesiastes 7 verse 7. It says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroy the heart. And that gift is that microchip to some of you people. You're gonna watch that as a gift. Why? Because it's gonna be convenient unto you. They're gonna make your lazy ass more comfortable, or make things more easy for you. That's why the scripture talk about the sluggard. The sluggard is not a nice person to be. And Esau get you people into that sluggish condition. and feed you with everything. You understand? Hey, so with that, I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Kakotash. Double unto the apostles and the elders of great millstone that surely do well. Peace and safety and blessings unto the Arkham through the four corners of the earth that push this with in all sincerity and in all truth. And until next time, this is Martin and I'm saying Shalom.